Welcome back to the Thinker, everyone. It's a blustery cold day again. We've had a couple of days of super hot weather and now it's gone freezing cold again, and which is quite handy because we're actually working on building this, I'm going to say stunning, and we're hoping it's going to be a stunning, certainly interesting, trying to keep it traditional, definitely unique, bespoke fireplace in our little snug here.
Welcome to Think Alive. We're Sharon and Andy, just two people with a dream and a vision of restoring our traditional stone-built farmhouse in southern Spain, transforming it into a beautiful off-grid home and sharing our journey with you.
So a quick recap, what have we got? We've obviously got the log burner in the middle here. We built over that side a stone barrel vaulted store that we're going to store the wood in. We've got this area over here, and this is a door, an old door, a very useless door that we're going to block up, but we want to maintain access. Our bathroom is going to be on the other side there, our ensuite bathroom, so I'm going to put all the stuff, the gubbins, things, electrics, shower taps and all that are going to be in the back of here, so I want to be able to access them. I was going to stone this up originally, but we thought, you know, it'd be really cool. What I'm going to do, I'm going to put an arch, a stone arch in here. I'm going to build a matching one like that over this side. It's going to have a door on it, and there's going to be a door on this one up here. And if you can imagine that now, it should look, I think it should look pretty cool. We think it should look pretty cool. Really nice, old traditional, but obviously new addition to the house. What I've done initially, I've just cut two sides from my door frame. I did in the last video, if you haven't seen that. These are going to go on the side here, this one's going to go on this side, and then I'm going to use my form for my arch on the top of these. So that will become stone over the top. Should look pretty smashing. So what I want to try and do initially is get this all set up in preparation to build my stone arch. It's going to be exposed stone arch to match that. It should all match. So yeah, let's get on with it. Let's get these fixed. So as I said, the first thing is to get these fixed. I've already marked my wall with the levels. On the last video again, I just want to get this. I'm only putting one fixing in. I'm just going to pile it through this, roughly in the middle of my door. So it should leave me a little mark on the wall. Hard wood this is. There we go. Now I'm going to drill this, put a plug in and screw it to the wall. Super. And of course repeat on the other side, but I need to make sure this side is kind of level with the wall because I've a bit missing here. So I'll just drop the level on it. Kind of where I want it to be. There it is. Again, drill through and get my mark on the wall. Go for there, I think. Not letting it move. Take it off, hammer. Perfect. Right, I'll get this one fitted. So the first snag. I've just looked at this visually, and this actually wants to go back probably its own width to put it in a line with that. This wall is obviously all over the place, so by using the wall there to mark it up, it's not quite right. So I think what I'm going to do, I'm just going to draw a line down the back, drill the hole a little bit further over and push the thing back so it becomes in a line with that wall over there. Sometimes it's better to actually visually look at things to make sure they look right rather than trying to get them super precise, especially when you've got a wonky building. The next thing I want to do is get my support in for my arch. This is going to need cutting down, but I think firstly I want to get the support. So what I want to do is support it so the top of this is level with the top of that, and so I'm going to screw a couple of blocks of wood to there that this can sit on. I have some prepared already, and I just want this just down from the top because I want to take that out after, because I've only got a very limited number of them, and I need them. Oh wait, come on. So there we have it. All I need to do now is cut this so it'll fit on top of there and inside here. So to the workshop, I'm just going to grind it off with the angle grinder, nothing technical. And to get it right, I'm just going to measure across the width that I want, which is 65 and a little bit centimetres, 657 millimetres. Should be able to do that. Don't cut it. I've decided I'm going to cut a fresh one because this one is the perfect size, or it will be a perfect size for my lower vault. So I'm going to use what's left of me hoop and cut a new one. There we go, I've just measured it, it seems to be right, so we're going to try it. There we go, it's in place, you can see it, get out of the way. I've put 2 stones on each end. I'm only going to be using these sort of size of stones, mainly because they're very easy to find with the nice square faces on. They're absolutely fine for building things out of. There's actually a whole wall upstairs that's just built from these in a single skin layer. It's only the top half of the wall, but it's been there for 150 years and it's not fallen out, so that should be fine. So the next thing I need to do is go and find some stones. Right, so there's a bit of a sneak preview. Didn't take long to find those, thankfully. So the next job now is to get them washed off. I'll probably wash them off as I put them in and stick them in place. So there's a view from further back, just to give a better perspective on it. Right, I'm not actually going to disturb these because they're all perfect, they're all touching. So I'm just going to pack them in from the top, on the front, round the back. Fortunately I can open this door to get around there if I need to. So let's get the first part of this stuck in place. I'll start over here, I think. Working on that arch principle. Once all these gaps are filled in, it shouldn't move. And that's it really, all the way along. Maybe beef it up with a couple of extra stones once I've got these set. And the more you put in, the easier it becomes. So I'll get it done. Right, I've kind of got them set. I'm going to see if I can get more on top now. Really give it some beefing up with this one. There we go. Come on. That's pretty good, that's pretty nice. No problem with the weight because it's sat right over the edge. Happy days. Well, I've done remarkably well there. I had a lot of mix, so I just kept on going. Oh, Tilly's brought a ball. We behave. We're trying to film here. So yeah, happy days with that. So I'm just going to let that go off. It's getting pretty unstable again already. But that is a good start. Oh, this is looking fab this morning. It's all gone off quite well. Looks pretty solid. That is happy days. I'm going to be carrying on with it. But first, we've got some stuff we need to do outside. Summer's coming. I know we're a bit early, but we've got a few things we want to do in anticipation, in preparation. We're going for bumper crops this summer, well this year, and we've got to beat last year whatever we do. A few days ago I built this wall around the orange tree. It's struggling from lack of water, so to be able to water it and get tons and tons of oranges this year, I built this well. I'm just going to fill it up now and see if it holds water or if it leaks before we fill it up with compost. Let's have a look then. Well, look at that, that is holding totally. It's not soaking into the ground, of course, but we didn't expect that it would because everything's so rock hard, but it will eventually. That now means we can water it every day. We've got about 20 oranges on it this year, or so, quite a few, more than we've ever had. So we want it full this year. We're going to try anyway because we love our oranges and fresh orange juice. The peas are flying. Look at all them pods up there. The wind actually got them. We've been picking them. Some of them are quite full, looking quite fat. Excellent. There's flowers all over it. Flowers down here. We've got more peas over this side. So that's the best crop of peas we've ever had as well. Carrots down the bottom aren't looking super great, but they are carrots. You can see the tops of them. Don't know if you can on there. And we've got another bunch of carrots over here. Younger ones coming along. We do really well with those. We just don't grow them in the summer because we don't really fancy them in the summer. The sprouts are still doing really well, the Brussels sprouts. And if you can see in there, we've got quite a few. We'll lift that up under there. Quite a few, they're growing nicely. That's happy days. At the side of the Brussels. We've got a bath there we've been making compost in. That's breaking down nicely. We're going to give that a good watering, and we've got this little bin at the side as well that we're also making compost in. So we're going to give that a good watering and hopefully perhaps plant something out in this for the summer. We're not sure yet. We'll give it a stir up as well. Our newest tree, the Nispero or loquat, is doing well. It's got fruits forming on it, the first fruit of the year. There's some more down here, some more over here. Not bad. It's a really young tree, so it's good to get something off it early. The lemon tree is doing fab, still in a pot. We're unsure whether to pot it out or not. We don't know. We're going to top that up though with donkey poo. Loads of lemons on it, tons of them. We've got little baby ones here coming, a few of them, a few flowers coming over there. So it seems very happy. If it isn't broke, perhaps don't fix it. The peppers are all dormant for winter, all down here. We did have a bit of growth on them, and then the frost came and got them, so we've cut them right back, but you can see they're still green at the bottom. This one's gone completely bonkers. It's got leaves all over it, a bit early in the year, so we don't know how that's going to fare. The wild artichokes are doing quite well, been a little bit touched by the frost. The artichokes are actually out in the shops already in some places. But we're always a bit later up here because it's a lot colder than parts by the coast. This one is looking alright as well, very happy and healthy. After about 20 minutes, maybe half an hour, that water's still sat there. It is going down a bit. We've got a little tiny leak on this side. It's probably through a joint in the soil. I don't know if that's worth bothering with, doing anything with it or not for what it is. So I'll leave it a bit longer. Right, so we're off. Today I'm going to get the front of this finished off, get the stones in, probably let that go off, and then tomorrow I can go around the back and really back it up strong. I've done a full mix because it's easier to do a full mix than smaller mixes. And what I've got left, I need to finish up a little bit of pointing in the vault that I did over there, and I want to try and get a couple more stones in this side, so it's all a bit of progress. So first job as always, get it all wet, and we'll carry on. Sharon's picked me out some nice flat stones to match this front up. I think that one will go nicely in there. Just deciding which is the best way around for it to go, as always. Not that way. I think there. Yeah, let's do it. Give it a wet bucket. It's never easy when there's a big hole at the back. So, have that up there. Get a bit underneath him. Probably far too much there. Because it's old and hard there, we can give it a good tap. Okay, right, I'll carry on. There we go, another few in. That corner over there, I've just filled that in because we can bring the line, this is going to be lime wash down this side, so we can bring it round rather than just having like a door shaped thing, and that will curl up a bit just to make it a bit more interesting. But generally, I need to let this go off now, and then I can get behind, because if I start pushing on the back now, I'm just going to push them out because there's a bit of a hole along there. So I've set this stone in, as I did it the other day, that's good. I've got another big one at the back for this, so this is coming, that's about the height for the start of the arch actually. So I've not got much more to get in this side, and then we can start working on this one. So super happy days. So what's next? Hello Tilly. I've got the laser level set up, as you can see. I want to put a piece of timber across here for the bottom of the door. Am I in the way? Is the dog in the way? Is everyone in the way? So we're going to have the clay tiles, I think, on top of that arch over there. So I've dropped one on, and you can see the levels just skimming it. So that will give me the exact same level on this side. I've got a piece of wood that I'm going to put across the bottom. Needs cutting. First thing I want to do is just clamp it in position. I want to get my joints super nice and straight, of course, and get this a really tight fit. So I'm going to get it where I want it on that side. It looks pretty level actually. Anyway, like that. I'm just going to pop. You can't beat one-handed clamps for things like this. Clamp that there. I'm just gonna, you're not helping. I'm just gonna check this with the spirit level now to make sure that's level as well, so my line should be the same. And then I'm gonna mark it on the back, on this side. I'm gonna move over here so you can see. You're not helping, darling. On this side, on the back, and I'm gonna cut it, and that should pop right in nice and tight. I've got a really nice joint on this side. Already the original joint. So let's do it. Okay, so I've marked this on the back. When I cut it, I'm going to actually leave the line in, because obviously the pencil mark was on the inside of the timber that I'm marking against. If I leave the line in, I should get it a nice tight fit. So I'm going to cut that now. It actually looks like it's not super square as well. I think there might be a bit of angle on this piece of timber here as it's twisted against the wall. So yeah, I'm going to try and, well, I'm going to follow that line actually. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to got two bits of squares that I've cut. I'm going to glue these to the back to hold it in place. Then I'll probably fire some screws through it at a later date, but for now it's all a bit precarious, as you can imagine. We've got a little wedge in there, just wedging it tight. So I'm just going to clamp these on, loads of glue, and that should do it for now anyway. That way I think. Right, let's do it. Have a go anyway. More clamps. You can't have too many clamps, remember. Which way? That way. So a bit on there. The glue will come out. It's cold in that workshop. Makes the glue less viscous. There we go. I'll stick it in there. Oh, see, it moved already. And then pour the clamp across it. There we go. Wonderful. One down, one to go.
And just in case, like me, you didn't really understand that, that's what it looks like from the other side. Sometimes it's good to have somebody that doesn't understand so that they can question, because Andy's got it all in his head, but sometimes I don't get it, so I'm sure if I don't, other people don't also. So there we go.
There we go, we'll let that dry now. I will put a couple of screws in it once it's dry, just to beef it up a little bit, but yeah, can't do any more now until everything's dry. Incidentally, the tile that I put on the top over there is one of these. They're handmade clay terracotta tiles, made local in the area, actually from clay that's mined 400-500 metres away, maybe a little bit further than that, but not far away. But yeah, you can actually still get them today. There's a place not far from us that are actually making these by hand still. So if we can't get enough from the falling down house and get them cleaned up, we can always get some to match up. They're exactly the same. So we're going to have these on the top on both sides. Seal them over the linseed oil like I did on the floor upstairs. Looks absolutely fantastic. Yeah, we'll get it there. Out of interest, I've just checked where the arch is going to start. You can see on that side, by some miracle, it is a miracle, it's absolutely perfect to put me support across from about there. You can see the mark on my finger. So yeah, that's absolutely bang on. So it's one less thing I've got to worry about. I think getting both sides the same is going to be quite tricky because we've got down to thicknesses of stones and things like that. Hence another reason for wanting to put a top on it. I can take out all the indiscrepancies and then tile it all level, so we can kind of match and make do to get both the sides identical. So anyway, I think I'm going to leave it there, give everything a good chance to dry off and set hard and everything. In the morning, we're off to the airport again.
We are. I'm off to see my mum again. Needs must and all that. I'd love to see her, but obviously hate leaving Andy with all the animals and all of this work to do. But yeah, so I'm just for a week. So I'll see you all week on Sunday.
In a bit, yeah. And in the meantime, I'm going to be cracking on with this. Let it all go off a little bit. And I'll pick it up in the morning after I've got showered off.
Yes.